Good morning, my dear students. Our lesson for today is under the learning competency of Mathematics 9 on how to solve quadratic equations by completing the square. As we start our lesson for today, we have to write the correct step-by-step procedure on the space provided on column B by arranging the jumbled steps of solving quadratic equations on column A. Let us answer this activity by considering these two figures. The first figure, we have to find the areas of square A and rectangles B and C. On the next figure, at the lower portion of this slide, we have to find out the area of square D, area of big square, and the sides of the big square. Let's have the answer. The areas of square A, x times x, x squared. Rectangles B and C, 6 times x, 6x. Area of square D, 6 times 6, 36. Area of the big square, x times x, x squared. 6x plus 6x, 12x. 6 times 6, 36. The final answer, x squared plus 12x plus 36. And the sides of the big square, x plus 6. Solution. The sum of areas ABC is x squared plus 12x. To complete the big square, add square D with its area 36. Therefore, the area of the big square is x squared plus 12x plus 36. Each side of the big square is x plus 6. Transform x squared plus 12x into a perfect square trinomial whose factors are x plus 6. The process of changing the expression into a perfect square trinomial is called completing the square. In this activity, we have to complete the expressions on each number by using the formula b over 2 quantity squared. So what are the b's in each numbers? 10, 14, 26, 2, 12, and 8. The answers are 25, 49, 169, 1, 36, 16. Let's go back to the pre-assessment. The correct steps in solving quadratic equations by completing the squares are E, B, C, F, A, G, B, wherein we're going to use it in this example. So let's solve for the solutions or the values of x of equation 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 using completing the square. Step 1. Make it sure that a is greater than y by dividing both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. The simplified form is x squared minus 8x plus 7 is equals to 0. Step 2. Write the equation such that terms with variables x squared minus 8x are on the left side of the equation and the constant term 7 is on the right side. We are now going to apply subtraction property of equality by subtracting 7 on both sides of the equation. The terms with variables are now on the left side of the equation, and the constant term is on the right side. So the answer will be x squared minus 8x is equals to negative 7. For step 3, the formula b over 2 quantity squared is added to both sides of the equation. Let's get the value of b. Disregard the sign. b over 2 quantity squared is added to both sides of the equation. Substitute the value of b in the equation, then simplify. Get rid of the parentheses from quantity 4 squared. Simplify the terms on the right side of the equation. The left side of the equation becomes perfect square trinomial. Okay, for step 4, let's express the perfect square trinomial x squared minus 8x plus 16 on the left side of this equation as a square of a binomial. Let's factor the perfect square trinomial with the answer x minus 4 quantity squared. For step 5, let's solve the resulting quadratic equation by extracting the square roots. Get the square of both sides of the equation to eliminate the square. So the square is now eliminated from x minus 4 quantity squared and 9. Then the answer is x minus 4 is equals to positive and negative 3. Step 6, let's separate the negative and positive results of 3 and solve the resulting linear equations. Let's use the equation x minus 4 is equals to 3 and x minus 4 is equals to negative 3. If you follow the procedure on how to solve it, we will come up to the solutions or the final answer of 7 or 1. Step 7, let's check the solutions obtained using the original equation. Let's substitute the solution 7 or 1 into the original equation for x squared minus 32x plus 28. We have to make it sure that our two statements are true. Therefore, the solutions 7 or 1 are both correct. Who makes you and me complete? For me, it's my family, my church family, my workplace family, math department, and the whole faculty and staff of Mayor Cesario AP Mental National High School family. When God looks at you, He sees completeness. Let's integrate to other subject area. How can we use quadratic equations in your life? Let's answer 3 questions. First, what's the use of this topic in our day-to-day life? Second, does math have its useful? Third, is math just about memorizing formulas and finding unknown values of variables? Let's connect this topic to physical education and TLE. So the players of basketball and softball can produce parabolic line or curve as they do the game. In TLE, students can form a very simple quadratic design of curtains. This is a group activity wherein you need to find the values of x, or known as solutions, by completing the square from the equations number 1 to 10. And then follow the questions on how you answer each numbers. Let's summarize. The third method of solving quadratic equation is completing the square. In this module, you and I have learned how to find the solutions or the values of x by solving quadratic equation using completing the square. And then we can enumerate the first to 7 steps on how to solve for x. On the slide, you can read the link from YouTube, a jingle how to solve for x using completing the square. May I sing it? You have it, you square it, and you add it to both sides. You have it, you square it, and you add it to both sides. You have it, you square it, and you add it to both sides. Class, we are now done with our lesson for today, solving quadratic equation by completing the square. Thank you and God bless us all.